Hi, I'm Dr. Juliet Roberts. I've been asked to answer a few questions about a career in pharmaceutical industry. So, first question I've been asked is, why did I choose the pharmaceutical industry? Actually, it was a little bit unintended. I was busy working as a hospital doctor in Oxford at the time as a medical registrar. It was around the time that specialty training was coming in, and out of the blue I got a call from a headhunter. Would I be interested in joining the pharmaceutical industry and doing cardiology and clinical trials? As a medical student, I've always been interested in pharmacology. I did that attachment as a medical student, and was really interested in the cardiology space as well. So I joined a medium-sized pharmaceutical company 24 years ago, and actually after that time never looked back, and I've had a variety of roles. So next question, what is my current role? What do I do? So I'm now with my second company, who I joined in May after 24 years at my previous company. My current job title is Senior Clinical Development Director. And within that, I'm involved in a project. We've got a new drug and an indication. It's just finishing off its phase 3 trials in the adult program. So we're looking to submit to the regulatory authorities, and hopefully the drug will come onto the market next year in a real unmet medical need area. I'm also leading the paediatric development. So it's really important when we develop new drugs for adults, we also generate the level of data, robust data in a paediatric population. In particular, we get the right dosing, and that's very much now a regulatory requirement. Within that, I lead the design of our clinical trials to generate robust efficacy and safety data. Okay, so next question, what are the roles that can be done within the pharmaceutical industry? I think first thing to say, like clinical medicine, there's so many different areas that you can go and work in, so huge amount of choice. And I'm going to mention some roles, but I'm probably only scratching the surface of some of them that you can do. If you're really into early translational medicine, so bench scientific research, then early discovery is the place for you, working with some really skilled scientists, identifying those targets for new drug development. You can work in a phase 1 unit, so be a clinical investigator for our new drugs, or you can, like me, the role I'm currently doing, work in later space clinical development, so deciding the clinical trial program to generate the evidence for the efficacy and safety of a new drug or a current existing drug, but in a new indication. It's really important that we have physicians monitoring the safety of our products the whole time, and you can go into the pharmacovigilance or drug safety space. Also into the regulatory space, and I'm sure you've seen all the interactions with the MHRA on the COVID vaccines, and these are our industry bodies, but pharmaceutical physicians work within the MHRA as well as working in the companies within pharmacovigilance and regulatory. It's really important that we provide robust, scientific, evidence-based medicines about our products, and lots of physicians also work within the medical affairs space, making sure that our promotion of medicines and the scientific information we give about our licensed products is ethical and robust. So medical affairs is another area people work in. But as I say, like clinical medicine, so much choice, and then within that you may specialise within a certain disease area, so within oncology or within a subtype of oncology, or above or across all the therapeutic areas, you can really choose to specialise. So why become a pharmaceutical physician? Why join the pharmaceutical industry? I think probably for me, a key thing is you really can make a difference in whichever area you work in. You will be making a difference to help evidence-based medicine progress, to help treatment options for patients. So I work in the development space. I think it's really satisfying that I'm going to be working on a drug, or I'm working on a drug which will hopefully come to market soon, and there's a real unmet need for it. It's so fundamentally important that everything we do as clinical doctors, prescribing for our patients, managing our patients, is based on good, solid evidence. Very much in industry, you partner with clinical doctors still working in the hospitals, key opinion leaders, because we need to design the best possible trials for our products. We need to provide the best possible information. So if you're joining industry, it doesn't mean you've got to be in one camp or the other. I still see patients, and I think also that really helps me put my work in industry into practice. So what piece of advice would I give to someone wanting to go into the pharmaceutical industry? I think I'd probably say three things. Number one, if you're close to getting your CCT in your area of specialisation, then I'd probably say see that through first before you join industry, because it always gives you something to go back on. I think second thing, if you do like seeing patients, joining the industry doesn't mean to say that you have to give that up. I still see patients once a week. I do a cardiology clinic, and I've managed to maintain a clinical attachment for pretty much all my time in industry, bar a few years for good behaviour when I had children. Third thing is, I would say pharmaceutical medicine is a GMC recognised speciality itself, and I would very much encourage you to do the diploma in pharmaceutical medicine, because I think that gives you the whole breadth of the pharmaceutical medicine curriculum, and also complete the specialist training within pharmaceutical medicine, because again, a bit like when you were a junior doctor and did various different specialities, I think that really helps give you exposure to all the elements out there in the pharmaceutical industry, and then that will help you choose which avenue you want to go down.